Hi everybody, a short video here about line 4. There was a question in the group about line 4. Do I need to have a new partner before I leave my old partner? Do I have to have a new job before I leave my old job? So in my case, I can speak from my own experience. As a 4-6, I have a fourth line vocation, which is the sign Mars. I have a fourth line SQ, which is the sign Venus. I have a lot of fourth lines in my chart. And for me, it's not so much about having the same thing set up. It's almost like the fourth line. It's about the lover. It's about the joining, the service. So it can feel really uncomfortable for the fourth line to not have anything to love, not have anything to serve. So that might be the partner or the job. And I'm not saying necessarily, sometimes it's really good to go to the uncomfortable places. That's especially me, that's the way that I look at life, that sometimes the void is really important. I have a fourth line in my evolution, so the sign Earth, no, personality Earth. So for me, I have had to learn to let go, to allow that server, that lover, to actually just fall in the void and not have anything. And these are probably the times where growth has happened faster for me. But in order to, what we say, kind of stay in that path of the gift frequency that is more comfortable to be in, what I would say for the fourth line is that you kind of want to have a next step. And maybe this is a little bit conditioned by me being a 4-6. And I know that the question Camelia was asking, she's a 4-6 as well. We are very attuned to the future. Also remember, I think Camelia as well, that you have an open ajna. So that's also kind of a future orientation. And I also have an open ajna with the 11, the idealism. That's the only gate I have twice, the idealism of what's coming. So for me as a 4-6, it feels like when I am jumping or cutting off one thing, it's almost like I need to already have that knowing that there's something else to focus on. Otherwise, there might be this period of entropy where I feel lost, where I feel like I have nothing to love, I have nothing to serve. What's the point? But that's part of like me falling into the 28, which I also think that you have, Camelia. It's like that purposelessness. But in that agony of the purposelessness, there's always a spark. Again, the first gene key, there's always a spark that comes with something new and beautiful. But back to like how to kind of manage it in your everyday life, if you don't want to go to that entropy, is to say, okay, I'm letting go of this because I have something else to focus on. So for example, maybe you do end a relationship that is not nurturing you, that you don't feel has reciprocity or trust or whatever it is that fourth line, for example, is craving, and it's needing for its nurturing. And you say, that was my focus. I put so much love and so much care into this relationship. Now that is ending. It's a like I would say the fourth line is not necessarily like cutting off like the third line might do. It's actually often a little bit more of a planned or thought through, or even sometimes political way of doing it. Kind of has to be done right. So when it's done, when that cutting off, that ending of a process is done, there's already kind of a movement towards where are you going to put your heart, where are you going to put your focus. So what you want to do is to have that, and you can change one thing for another. So if you had the relationship where you're putting your focus, you can say, okay, now I'm going to really concentrate on my life's work. I'm going to concentrate on what I do on an everyday basis, to manifest in my life and to serve the whole. So that would be, maybe you go from really being in your SQ, in your traction, and being in that Venus sequence of like, what is a relationship? And you kind of go out from there. And what you're going to focus on is your culture, your life's work. And that's going to be, where that fourth line puts its conviction, because it's about externalizing, right, our convictions and live by the things that we love and that we believe in. So the short answer would be, in order for the fourth line to feel comfortable and to not have to go to the void and the purposelessness, it would be to kind of have something to transfer into, have something to put your energy into. When something ends, there is a natural next step. And it's a fourth line, when we can feel that, even more if we have fourth lines and sixth lines, to have that movement forward towards something is something that really can help, so that you don't feel like you're hanging in between, which is not wrong, but it's just like the perception of that from a fourth line, I think can be a little bit more tough than for the other lines. And I think that is one of the reasons why Ra was saying, change it for something else. So you don't have to feel that. But I'm not necessarily the one who says don't feel the bad parts. I'm saying feel it all and grow from it all, and just trust. That's my way of seeing it. So I hope that was helpful. I would love to have your comments. If you're a fourth line, if you have lived with somebody who's a fourth line, you have observed them, I would love all the comments. Thank you.